Alright, so the game does kind of give you a lot of hints about the boss fights like that, which I've always found cool. So Ocelot, he's going to try to fire his really cool handgun that he loves at us. And we got to pay attention to his bullet meter, and we also have to know that there's a mechanic in this game where if you hold the crouch button, you can run and shoot at the same time, and you kind of just run around a little square. And it's a really silly fight. I'm not aiming particularly well. But yeah, you can chase after him. And the SOCOM bullets will respawn. Hi. No, wait. Don't run that way. Hey, come on.
Don't you want to settle this?
I do. So why are you running around like a goofy goober? He can ricochet bullets, and it's really cool, but it doesn't really help him because, you know,
That's so risky.
we just chase after him.
But you
Oh no!
smell.
Oh, which way's he going? Oh! It's a very silly fight, like I said. Baker moaning in the middle of the stage isn't helping the game look any less ridiculous.
Wait a minute.
He seems to be a little more slippery than I remember. Come on. Luckily, he doesn't have that much health, so, you know. But I am out of bullets, which is not good. Now, if I'm very careful, I can get those. And he says, wait a minute. And we shoot him. We can look in first person to see what he's doing. But we can't really shoot in first person. And you know, neither can he, actually. Oh. Is this like a weird weakness he has? He has performance anxiety when we look him in the eye.
Wait a minute.
We've only got one bullet left, which is not more than enough to kill anything that moves. But I believe they respawn. Yes, there we go. So it's a very silly first boss fight against a very silly cowboy. Ocelot's really cool, but, you know. There we go.
You're pretty good. Just what I'd expect from the
Yeah, very, very slapstick, very,
It's been a
yakety
long
sax.
time since I had such a good fight. But I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh.
My hand!
Oh.
Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right?
Oh, look at that cool guy. Look at all these cool guys. We got a sneaky guy. We got a cowboy guy. We've also just got an old guy.
I like you. I have no name.
Now we got this ninja.
That exoskeleton.
Man, that is still, like, the coolest design ever. I don't recall there really being much in terms of high-tech ninja. Snake has the suppressor there, and he should not. I did not pick up the suppressor yet. I am not sure why that was in the cutscene. That's odd.
Can you talk?
Yeah, I'll have to check, but I don't think there really was such a thing as a cyborg ninja before this game.
What about yours?
And
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
it's like they're everywhere. They've been
What about your
everywhere
code?
since this
There's no
game.
time.
So I don't know if
What? Now the
when
terrorists
designing
have
the
both codes,
character,
you can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight.
if Yoji Shinkawa based the design on anything.
He couldn't.
The story goes that Shinkawa essentially drew the cyborg ninja,
Surgical
and Kojima liked it so much that it was written into the game.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said...
And I don't think there really was
Are you sure you
anything like that before this game. I can't think of any anime or movies or anything that had a high-tech ninja.
had any training on how to resist torture?
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
So, according to what Kenneth said there,
I tell you, he
I
loved
love just
every
calling him
second
Kenneth.
of it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced
He said that they got his code by torturing him, and that Psycho Mantis was not able to dive into his mind.
No, that's not what you...
Oh, he's mad at us now because the DARPA chief is dead.
Calm down. What's wrong with you?
Donnie Boy
I just
was
told
his
you I was here
his
to
buddy
save
there.
you. I
But yeah, if
didn't
you
kill
pay
the DARPA
attention,
chief.
things aren't really adding up.
Heart attack or
The
something.
DARPA chief told us that Psycho Mantis dove into his mind
Terrorists have
and
both
got the
codes
code from
now.
him. Baker said that Mantis can't do that because they have psychic implants,
I agree.
but he was
What do they
tortured.
really want?
Oh, who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
Oh,
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists.
well, that's not good.
That woman,
Woman? Who?
a soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
A female soldier. It must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit. Could that be the Colonel's niece?
Ah. So yes, that woman was indeed Meryl.
Looks like she managed
Campbell's
to break
niece.
out of here, though. I hope
She's got the key cards. We need
Sure
to
she is. She's
talk to
free,
her about those
but
key
as tough as
cards.
they come. But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec.
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact
I
her.
don't know how she stole it
Sure she
from the
still
guard
has it.
when they
What frequency
inform
does she
us that it directly stimulates the small bones of our ear. How do you steal
Sorry.
nanomachines? Oh no, he doesn't know her number though.
Oh, that's right. It should be on the back of the CD case.
The back of
Try
the
to
CD
contact her.
case.
I'll contact her right away. But
What did
tell
he
me,
mean by
if
this?
doesn't
Chat,
work,
what did he
is
mean
there
by
some
this?
other way to prevent the missile launch?
Well, we'll figure that
You
out soon.
need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project.
Spike doesn't know about the Cyborg Ninja episode of Star Trek. I don't know if you're telling the truth or not,
Metal Gear from launching.
because there's a good chance that there is such an episode that predates this.
Emmerich knows how to destroy
Because a lot of things from this series, as it would turn out, are inspired by Star Trek The Next Generation, and I did not know that, because I did not grow up with Star Trek The Next Generation.
I understand.
But when it was shown to me, I went, oh, Metal Gear makes a lot more sense now.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been. The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium...
Ah, here we go, that beautiful grainy stock footage.
Have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high. as far as you can see.
This was mind-blowing to me when I was a kid. Like, the real footage. I keep mentioning it, but yeah, the way that this game works in real history and real
And they're not even doing a good job of
facts and
storing it.
everything, just...
Many of the drums are corroded.
When you're a young, impressionable youth with a soft, squishy, squid-like mind...
Pounds of muff are reported every year.
Muff.
It stands for material unaccounted for.
It really just...
That there's a large and
It's so
well-organized
compelling.
black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb.
No.
We live in an age when any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other superpowers?
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence. Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
You mean Metal Gear?
Take a shot every time he says it.
You know,
Of
our
water,
industry suffered
to
quite
stay
a blow
properly
as a result of
hydrated.
the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes.
So it's
And
interesting,
my company lost their bid to produce the Air Force's next line of fighter jet. The Metal Gear system
make no
is our
mistake,
last
especially
piece in the
at
whole.
this point in the
That's why we
franchise,
pushed
Metal
our
Gear is
Metal Gear
absolutely
development
a
as a black
mecha
project.
anime.
Black
And I think it's interesting that a lot of mecha anime will use their big killer robots of war as an allegory for nuclear weapons. But since this is so based on real history in the real world, there just are nuclear weapons. And they function how they do in real life. But then also the robot is sort of like an allegory for nukes, even though it just also uses a nuke. It's a little confusing. All I know is, wow, cool robot. Rex is very cool.
Company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here, this is what you came for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc.
Ah, yes, the magnetic optical disc.
Hard drive was destroyed
You
by
could
gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
make quite
All the data collected from this
the
exercise.
PowerPoint presentation about the amount of Japanese games from 1998 that featured magnetic optical discs. They really thought that format was going to go
They
somewhere.
don't know this disc
Especially
exists.
funny because this game takes place in 2005.
To your boss. I'll give you my card too. It'll open up all security level 2 doors.
Oh, that's nice.
Can you walk?
No. No, you go on without me. They got my password. They don't want anything else from me.
I have one more question. Who or what was that ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret.
An
Oh.
experimental genome soldier.
Oh no.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better. than
Unlike
I.
other mecha anime, this one is about the
Naomi.
people.
You got to stop.
They really love saying that,
If it goes
don't they?
public,
People
my
who have
company
never
and I
watched a
are
mecha anime
finished.
really love saying that.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use currently existing technology?
Metal Gear itself does, but
Oh,
what did you do to me? Oh, no. Oh, no, it can't be. Those Pentagon bastards. So, they actually went and did it.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
well, that's not great.
What the hell?
Fight a nickel for every time a sci-fi thing really thought something was going to be around 10 years later. Yeah. Yeah.
Colonel, are you
No magnetic optical discs here.
I have no idea. Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but,
Some kind of poison?
well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or dioxides, but we won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn. Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together. Can I trust her? More than you can trust me.
Would it be apt to say that Metal Gear
Get in contact with
reflects
her.
Snake, there's a lot of
Very
electrical
specifically, not
interference
nuclear
coming from
warfare,
there.
but the
It should be
increasing
okay
reach
if
slash
you do
threat
both
of
transmission
advancing,
like us, but
escalating
normal
warfare.
transmission
Yeah,
is
I would
probably
say that's
impossible.
accurate.
Try moving away from that area.
Especially as we get further into the series, they do talk about,
Naomi,
you know,
what the
like,
hell was that ninja thing? Remember the box
proliferation of, like,
No.
military technologies and
Yes, we have no one like
asymmetric
that in our
warfare. We're not quite there yet, but yeah.
Snake, I'm counting on you.
There's now a lot of info was just dumped on us. Oh, by the way, this game has a level up system. We have more health now. That's something that's not going to return, not even in the remake. But yeah, a lot just got kind of dumped on our laps here. The important things being allegedly, Foxhound has both of the launch codes, though the way they got them doesn't quite add up. And the way we're supposed to deactivate them is a little strange. We're supposed to use some sort of... There's people down here now, by the way. Some sort of keycard system that we don't quite have. And Metal Gear is a big deal because even though it's allegedly built out of all existing technology, it has some secret that Kenneth couldn't tell us about that would be a big deal if it got out. Now, we don't know what any of that is. We also know there was a ninja and a cowboy and a magnetic optic disc. Boy, there's a lot to take in this game. It's a lot. Here we see a strange device on the side of the walls. Now, Snake did say he brought his cigarettes. And yeah, look at that. Cigarettes can be used to see hidden laser traps, so we can just grab the FAMAs. And the FAMA's bullet times 25. This is what Snake referred to as the 5.56er, because it uses standard NATO 5.56er rounds, basically. Let's see what Nastasha has to say about it.
Snake, that room is set with infrared
Well,
sensors. You should be able to see them
Nastasha.
if you get some smoke, cigarette smoke or something.
We know.
Sorry, but these are smokeless cigarettes.
You mean those cigarettes that are designed to cut down on secondhand smoke? Oh, well, don't worry. If you blow the smoke in the direction of the infrared sensors, you should be able to see them.
Unnecessary plot point, but okay.
Bringing the cigarettes, but don't smoke too much. Cigarettes make you weak in mind and body. They are bad for you.
I love that she says that while just chomping on a cigarette right there.
Snake, that room is set with
Yeah,
infrared
I know. Okay, well, she really wants to talk about this room. Let's leave the room and then try calling her. Tell us about our cool gun.
That is a FAMAS.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
a bullpup-style assault rifle. It is durable and easy to use. Very resistant to overheating. It is a reliable weapon with smooth action. It can fire up to 1,000 rounds per minute. On full auto, you will empty a 25-round magazine in a few seconds.
So yeah, we've got an assault rifle now. Certainly would have come in handy against Ocelot, but we didn't have the level 2 card. Excuse me. We gotta get back to the elevator. But before we head in, we were told to check the back of the CD case. Whatever could that mean? Well, this was a digital download. I do not have a CD case, but what I do have is this menu here. And if we check the online manual, if we press the right button to check the online manual, before we open up the manual, we're given this little look at the cover, action game, and we can view the back, and oh my goodness, what is that? Do you see it? Did you see it? Right there. Listen, Meryl, everybody feels sick the first time they kill someone. And if we look, 140.15. So if you had the actual physical PlayStation disc case, all versions of the game feature a screenshot of Meryl on the codec on the back. And that's your clue as to how to contact her. If you rented the game from Blockbuster back in the day, you might not have been in luck unless you went to a cool Blockbuster where they had video game tips printed on the cases. Mine did. And even though I already had the game by this point, anytime I saw a cool game at Blockbuster, I kind of look at like what their description of it was. And yeah, my local Blockbuster did indeed have a little blurb on the standard case that said, Meryl's codec frequency is 140.15. Now, if you don't have access to the case, eventually you can just keep calling Campbell and he will remember it and give it to you. But we've got the case, or at least some form of it, so let's give Our Lady a call here.
Who are you?
I was really impressed with the way you busted yourself out of there.
The one from the prison?
You're the Colonel's niece, Meryl, right?
No, it's not him. Just exactly who are you?
I'm the fool that your uncle sent all alone into the middle of this whole mess.
You came by yourself? You think you're some kind of one-man army?
Little bit. I'm
I
pretty
don't
good at
need
it so far.
lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know?
How do you know my uncle?
I did
We
die
go way
once, but
back.
you know.
What's your name?
My name's not important.
Aha. Could you be Snake?
I love
Are
that
you
that's what
Solid
clues her
Snake?
in on this.
That's what some people call
She's
me.
like, oh, there's only one dude who would say something that cringe. This has to be Solid
Sorry about
Snake.
before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes.
They're not soldiers' eyes.
And they're rookie's eyes, right?
No, they're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Oh, just what I'd expect from the legendary Solid Snake. You trying to sweep me off my feet?
Don't worry, you'll land back on them once you meet me.
I really love how Meryl's just kind of not having it with him.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
He's dropping these one-liners and these pickup lines, and she's just like, yeah, all right,
Liquid Snake?
all right.
Yeah, you know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
That's
So
ridiculous.
what's the deal?
Why would he be our
knows?
brother? That's
Why don't you
insane,
ask him?
Meryl. Come on.
But first I want
And it's something that would go away
We're involved in this exercise.
in the second game, but I really do miss these illustrated
sorry.
codec portraits. I understand why they didn't need to use them in later games, but man, they just look so cool.
What is this place? I don't think it's
Meryl
just a nuclear
taking off the
weapons
mask, her
facility.
little expressions and
Boy, oh
everything.
boy, it's just like them.
I really feel like
Do
they're
anything,
actually
did they?
more expressive than the
You see,
later
this
games'
place
3D
isn't really
models.
for disposing nuclear weapons. This base is owned and operated by a dummy corporation of Arms Tech.
This is a civilian base?
Right, for the development of Metal Gear.
Colonel.
So maybe that's why they had holding cells, huh? You thought I was just being pedantic.
Why Foxhound?
No, I just wanted to
Because
point that
they're
out,
a
though.
Special ops group used to handling top secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all hush hush.
But we must have fired nuclear warheads before. Why just this time?
I heard it was because this was to be a final test before the formal adoption of the
This
Metal
game,
Gear
even at its
program.
time,
That's what I
did
heard
receive a
anyway.
little criticism for being
Sounds
so,
kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
you know,
Sorry, I'm not
wordy
sure.
and
I was
complex.
captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
But you gotta keep in mind, I mean, I've only been playing for about an hour and a half.
He's right.
That's right.
Amazing you were able to keep him
You
hidden
would
in
not
the
be
dark.
this far in your first time playing an hour and a half. So
Anyway,
all of this
we
to
met Baker.
kind of take
How's
in
he
and
holding up?
puzzle out where to go in the game.
What?
It really was like an information
Seriously, Darwin,
overload.
Chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No, not that I heard of.
Well, I don't believe in coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Sounds like it, but I have no idea what.
Me neither.
But, you know, I kind of miss games like this quite a bit, where it was like, yeah, we have all the tools for you to figure out what to do, but we're not really gonna, like, tell them to you. Like, we're gonna have the characters mention, hey, yeah, if you're lost, call someone on the Kodak if you're, you know.
Yeah.
But it's never gonna hold your hand and force you to do it. And I kind of like that. I also really like how my stream looks right now with them on the Kodak and me on the Kodak. I feel like I'm just part of the little, you know, part of the fun here.
I need to ask him how to destroy Metal Gear.
You plan to take that thing on by yourself, Snake?
It won't be the first time.
Yep. Oh, he's
What's
so
the best
cool.
way to get to the building where the doctor is being held?
There's a cargo door on the first floor of this building that leads to the north.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 card.
Well,
This game could really use some yellow paint arrows.
I'm
Yeah.
going with you.
Oh, it's from a different era.
too green. I want you to hide somewhere.
Snake, we're all green right now.
Yes,
Oh, you mean
are.
inexperienced. Oh, sorry.
You pause for just 1 second in front of your enemy and it's all over. Good luck doesn't last forever.
I don't know what happened. I just couldn't pull the trigger right away. I never had any problems in training, but when I thought about my bullets tearing through those soldiers' bodies, I hesitated.
Shooting at targets and shooting at living, breathing people are different.
Even stuff like this, I do still really appreciate. Like, Snake's this cool action guy, but
Every day of my
the game
life,
does
I've
go out of
trained
its way to
my
tell you,
mind
like,
and
listen, this
body
stuff
so
isn't
one
cool in
day
real life,
I
man.
can finally see some
You don't want to
truth.
be
And
a
now,
shoot man.
So what now? You want to
It's
quit?
not a good life.
I can't quit. I can't allow
And that's
myself
why we
to
have
quit
video
now.
games, so we can pretend to be a badass.
Everybody feels sick the first time they kill someone. Unfortunately, killing is one of those things that gets easier the more you do it. In a war, all of mankind's worst emotions, worst traits come out. It's easy to forget
This
what
conversation in
sickness and
particular
battlefield.
really,
But this isn't a war. It's a terrorist
again,
action.
early on made me think, oh god, Snake is so cool, because he's not like a meathead, big guns guy. He's very introspective. He's very self-aware of what's
But I
going
learned all
on.
about combat high at the academy.
We'll talk about it
And, you know,
later.
he's not
For now,
berating
just think
Meryl.
about
He's
keeping
not calling her
yourself
weak
alive.
for this. He's like, listen,
If I get out of here,
this
I'll
happens,
think about that
you
other
know.
stuff.
Okay, let me try to say this another way. Stay the hell out of my
But he's
way.
still a little sassy like that. I love him. He's great.
You're a real bastard.
Oh,
Just like my uncle said.
get ready for this animation.
I told you, the real me is no match for the legend.
It looks like you were right. Okay, Snake.
I love that. I love that.
Girl.
We'll link up after I grab the doctor, then we'll take care of the detonation code override.
Gotcha. But listen, I know this area better than you. Call me if you have any questions.
Be careful, okay?
After I open up the cargo door, I'll contact you.
All right. Well, let's call Mei Ling and save, because we haven't done that yet.
You code, Snake?
Yep, we're saving. Storage 1.
Snake, remember what the Gauls said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys.
Snake
Try
gets
be
to look
careful
cool
and
and
avoid
flex
getting
his
into a fight
psychology
whenever
degree.
you
It's
can.
true.
You're right. Wow, you know all
He's
sorts
not
of
the only
great
one.
ones, don't you?
Mei Ling here's got some
Well,
interesting
both
stuff
my
to say as
parents are
well.
from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both.
This game is
sides.
still very smart,
And
but
it
man,
keeps me in
like,
touch. I'll share some more
playing it
questions with
as
you
like
later.
a 11-year-old. Ooh, look at that little wink.
But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Oh, and the Riz.
Well, I'll think about it.
Yeah, a very, very strong game to a formative little Onika Jr.'s mind.